Today we have Jeremy's U.S. Olympic teammate, one of the greatest fighters pound for pound ever, Hall of Famer, Ronald Winky Wright. This dude is a good friend of Jeremy's, great guy, one unbelievable fighter, great defender. Man, we're excited. Let's get into it. Welcome to the champ and the chump.
And who's the chump?
You.
Me. Welcome to our show, people.
There we go. There we go. What up, fam?
Yeah, what up, brother? I haven't seen you in years.
I know, long time.
Hey,
What's
you
up,
look
man?
like you've been playing with flour, man. You've been
Oh,
you've been baking.
Yeah.
You've been baking
I
this
say,
morning.
I say I ain't gonna color it, man. You know, COVID got me, showing the real.
Yeah, it's been tough on everybody. How's it going for you? And I know you, what part of Florida are you in?
I'm in
If
St.
you're
Pete
in,
by Tampa. St. Petersburg by
yeah, we're
Tampa.
digging.
That's where you're
Born
from?
and raised, right?
Huh?
Born and raised, right?
No. Washington, D.C. I was
Oh,
born and
okay.
raised in D.C. Yeah, I moved to Florida when I was like 15, going on 16.
Oh,
Also, about the
Yeah.
time that you made the U.S. team.
Yeah. But I just stopped boxing when I moved down here. I started when I was about 2 months before I turned 16, and then when I seen y'all, I was 17. I was 17.
damn.
And you were fighting at what, 20, 22, 26?
No. I was fighting at 40, 39.
Or 39?
Yeah. I was 39,
You went all
139.
you went all the way up to 60, right? As a pro?
Yeah. I fought one time at 70 just to get a fight with Bernard because I ain't had nobody else to fight. But yeah, I fought mainly at 154,
That
and
that
then
Bernard that Bernard fight was, I feel like you won that fight. I mean, I know you had a
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Sorry.
He ain't. He wasn't doing it. He just hold. I'm like, stop holding. Then he headbutt me and cut me. So I could have stopped, and just took the money in. But I was like, nah, this the time. I need to do what I need to do.
Do
But
you,
it was just go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. Do you feel like that headbutt, like he was kind of doing a Holyfield, like he knew what he was
Yeah, definitely what he's doing. Coming in with his head, then try to punch. So I got to watch his head, then I got to watch his punches. But it's all good. Look, it's part of the game. It's water under the bridge. You know what I'm
doing?
saying?
It's tough for you because I feel like you had a lot of those razor close fights that you probably should have won a lot of them that didn't go your way.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. That's how that. But that's the game. You know what I'm saying? When you ain't promoted by the big promoter, when you don't got the network pushing behind you, then them decisions you're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? Because if you watch these fights right now, and the fighters that whoever the promoter's going for, whoever promoting the show, what fighter they got because the commentators, that's all they talking about, everything he did. Oh, he did this. He hit him with a jab. He did this. He moved.
Hmm.
The other cat hit him with 3 punches. They don't say nothing about that.
Hmm.
Completely agree with you. Everything. Boxing is a business. It is definitely,
Yeah,
it's a sport,
yeah,
but it's a business first.
definitely. I
I
agree with you.
definitely know it is taking a toll on me, on you, on everybody we know, and
Yeah,
people we don't know.
it
We
has.
as A-level fighters had it kind of easy compared to those guys doing those little roundabout shows, and it's tough. It is not easy to do this business.
It's not an easy business, you know what I'm saying? It's only few of us that make it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm happy and blessed that I was one of them. But, I see how boxing is so, back and forth with decisions and, favoritism and all that kind of stuff, man. Listen, man, we train 2 or 3 months to go in there and fight and give our all. And if we win, we deserve the decision. Not We don't care because we're not with the big promoter or we're not bringing in all the money. Listen, if we put our heart and time into this and we win the fight, we deserve to win the fight.
What
Yeah,
what
yeah, it's true.
out of the fights that you lost, which one was the most disappointing? Which one annoyed you the most? Where you like knew you won it and they still went the other way?
Vargas, and then Jermaine Teller. They gave me a draw with Jermaine Teller, but I just knew I would have been the first undisputed junior middleweight and middleweight champion at the
Mm.
same time.
Mm.
Remember, because I didn't lose my junior middleweight title. I just moved up because they ain't had nobody really to fight at that time.
Did Taylor have pop in that right? I mean, could you feel it?
Yeah. He got a good pop in. popping is right, but like, for me, I always said I don't care who I fought. I always told ain't nobody gonna hurt me. You ain't gonna knock me out. You might knock me down, that's cool, but you ain't gonna knock me out.
I
And
was
that's how.
I was watching. One thing about you, like I fought a little bit too. One thing about you, they say that when guys kind of smile at you, they say that either they're
You
hurt
bring up,
or
you breaking up.
you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I couldn't
No,
hear you. You was
you
breaking
You,
up.
you got me.
couldn't hear you. You
All right.
broke up.
They say that when guys smile after getting hit, they say that they're hurt or they say that they're embarrassed. But I feel like you,
Yeah,
you were more breaking them down mentally with that smile.
yeah,
Like, that's
yeah,
not going to
yeah,
do anything,
yeah. Yeah,
right?
yeah, that exactly what I was doing. You know what
Uh
I'm
huh.
saying? It was like, come on, that's all you got. Come on, you know what I mean? And now I'm telling, all the whole time I'm talking, I'm like, I'm gonna get you. Just keep working. Good shot. Okay, now my turn. So they throw theirs, and then I'm coming back with mine. And then when I catch my, I say, see, and then, can you keep this up? Can you keep it up? So I'm talking to them the whole time, and
You do.
eventually I wear them down.
You would
Yeah.
talk the whole time to people.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of them, most of them. You see me and Shane when Shane was fighting. Remember, I dropped my hands,
Hmm.
because he threw a little right hand and inside when we was right there. Right, he's like, "Oh yeah, got." I'm like, "Got me." I said, "Man, you can't hurt me." He like, "Oh, you felt you?" I said, "Man, you can't hurt me." I said, "Here, come on." I said, "Come on," and then I put my hands down. I let him throw. Boom, 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 and that was it.
So
Then after that, he
what?
realized he couldn't do that. Huh?
Yeah. So what was the biggest surprise fight that you had? You thought it would be easy-ish. That somebody challenged you more than you had no idea you're going into
Uh,
the fight.
was that's man, that's hard to say because I had to fight a lot of fights overseas with fighters I never seen before. So them could be some of the more surprising fights because some cats you thought that were gonna be good that was trash, and then it was some that you thought was gonna be trash and turned out to be really good. You know what I'm saying? Really tough, could take a punch, and it just like, oh man, this gonna be harder than I thought.
Mm.
Yeah, got a few of those myself.
Um,
Definitely understand that.
so this
Yeah.
is kind of a question I got. So you had that that defense where it seemed almost like
Mm.
you could wrap your whole fucking hand over your face, right? Like I got
Yeah.
small hands, so when I fought, for me
Yeah.
that wouldn't really. Do you have big hands? That's my first question.
No, I don't got big hands. I got normal size. I can't. I barely palm a ball. I barely can palm it. So I can palm it, but if I move it around, it's gonna drop. So I don't have big hands.
So what do you think made that so effective for you? Where other guys who do it, they do it and the punches just fucking shoot right through the hands, but you were able to just fucking.
The problem with people trying to do it, see, when I did that, I worked a lot on my wrists, my forearms. You notice, and when I fought, my forearms and my wrists was very strong because I had to work them. So when people hit and punch my arm, my hand wouldn't move. You just hitting like you hitting a piece of steel, and it couldn't get through. So that's one of the keys. And I always kept my eyes open. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them fighters they got their hands up, but they squint or take their eyes off of it. So when you do that, you can't see the other punch coming. So I can see I'm standing right there. You throwing these combinations, but I'm looking right at you. And as soon as you stop, now it's my turn. If you don't put your hands back up, I'm gonna hit you.
How would you
Yeah.
make your forearms and your wrists strong? Like what would you do to work on it?
You had to work your wrist with weights and both. You had to work it all the way around. Then you had to do a lot of stuff for your forearm. And then at that time, my forearms was like Popeye, man. They was, just solid, just like solid, man. So my wrist, and then that's why, I felt that when I got in, it wasn't nobody I would get in there with and was scared of. I was like, you ain't gonna hit me, and if you do, you ain't gonna catch me clean.
Mm,
So
mm,
Yeah, your defense was very basic, but very
yeah,
complex all at the same time. I remember, I forget we was in it. We did it. We when we were on the same team, we did the shows or something, man. And I was like, the basic, just keep your hands up, chin down, worked for him. So I was like, shit, it could work for me. But I always would say that, but I would but that is
yes, yeah.
so important.
Yeah, it's so important, man, because a lot of kids don't realize that you can make a fight a lot. So let me tell you how that fight that style came about.
okay.
So, I was coming up before I wasn't a fighter. Like, I was a slick boxer. I always jab, stick and move. But you know, it was the point. Nobody, when the fights was so easy that, you know, the networks kept telling me they didn't want to give me a date. You know what I'm saying? I kept saying, look, I want to get on HBO. You know, I'm beating everybody. I want to be on HBO. So they like, well, you know, your fights is boring. You too slick. It's not interesting. You beating people with, you know, because at that time people wasn't touching me. It was just like, you know, it was just one sided. So I was like, okay, you know what? This shit crazy, man. So then, so when Vargas fight was coming up. So Vargas was like 17-0, 17 knockout. So, you know, they thought I was going to be that slick stick and move. And that's what I trained for. The whole training camp, I trained to stick and move like I normally do. But, you know, the weigh-in and then the press conference, him and his brother was talking trash. And I was like, man, because he was 17-0. So I like, look at, man, you ain't fought nobody. I said, I'm going to punish you. You know what I'm saying? So it got to you know, I was upset that now I want to hurt him. Now I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hurt this.
Yeah.
So my whole time I'm still boxing, but I'm saying in my mind I want to hurt him. So then when he came out with the tiger, I'm like, oh, he gonna come out with a tiger? I said, oh, I'm gonna see how tough he is. So I just stepped right to him. I ain't never fought like that. I never trained like that in the gym. You know, that was the first time I ever put my guards up like that. And they were just like, you know what, I'm taking it to you. And I'm gonna show people that I'm tough, and it worked.
So from the success you had with that, you stuck with it.
I just stuck with it. Then from then on, I seen how easy it was to fight. I wasn't getting so tired because I wasn't moving. See, when I was a stick and move, I used to have to move and stick and move around and slide. You know, that take a lot of energy. Now I could just stay there, and catch the punches, and then come back. Oh man, it was a lot easier.
I saw that your fight with Vasquez, you had a totally different style.
Totally different style. And then listen, with that Vasquez fight, I trained over there for a month. So I had got my shoes, the bottom of my shoes redone, but they put the wrong sole on them. So I couldn't get no grip. So, you know, Vargas was a tough, strong guy. He knocked me down all them times, but I was still in the fight. And it was just the point I couldn't get my grip on my feet. And I said to myself, if I fought this world champion on one of the worst nights of my life and I fought this fight, I know I'll kill him if we fight again. And I kept saying, I want to get a rematch. I want a rematch. So they did not want to give me a rematch. Because at the time when I fought him, I was number one across the board. I was number one. Oh, WBC, WA, IBF. Terry Norris was champ. He was the champ. And I forgot who the other champion was. So I was number one across the board. So, you know, but, you know, it knocked me back a little bit. And it was a good thing. Because I think at that time, I was like 21, 22. So I don't think I would have appreciated what I had accomplished if I would have got it that early. So, you know, it pushed me back. I had to come back, get a title, got the WBO title. And then you know, I got robbed in South Africa with a kid, Harry Simon. He fought a good fight. Don't get me wrong, he fought a good fight. I definitely thought I was beating him. And I hurt him to the body. So they was just like, you know, stop, you know, they telling me we're gonna take a point. I'm like, I'm hitting him with clean shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they want you to pick him up.
Yeah, they don't want me to dig in his body. I'm like, oh man. So my coach like, man, we can't go to the body. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna disqualify you. So I'm like, shh. So then we had a fight. He fought a good, tough fight, came forward. It was tough. You know, that was one of the fights that was tougher than I thought it would be. And then so at the end of the night, they called it a draw. They waited, 15 minutes after the fight, counting scores, all that stuff, boom, boom, boom. So they called it a draw. I'm like, a draw, really? So I'm like, okay, forget it. I keep my bet. I'm going back home. I go to my dressing room, you know what I'm saying, and changing and all that. Then they come in my dressing room and say, hey, we need you to come back out, you know, out to the ring. I'm saying, for what? They're like, we made a mistake. I said, a mistake? They talking about, yeah, you lost by 1 point. I said, y'all out y'all mind. I said, y'all can't do that. Come on, man, you can't do that. Y'all do. And then they was like, and guess who changed their scorecard for me? Julie Letterman.
What?
I think that was her first. That might have been her first fight, her first championship.
The big show.
Whatever. Yeah, we're doing a big show over there. So they kind of, you know, put pressure on her, and then she messed around and said she had made a mistake. Come on, man, you ain't made no goddamn. That's what I've been telling. These judges think these fans just stupid. You only got to put a one-on-one, a number on one and a number on the other. Whoever won that round, you know who won it. One for him. You can count. If you can't count to 120, then you don't need to be no judge.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Who do you give credit to for teaching you how to fight. Like we all had a really trainers, but someone who taught you how to fight more so than just showed you boxing.
Well, I kind of in the early part, I was always really quick and really I could make people miss. That was my thing. Like before I could stand in front of you, just make you miss. Because I always wanted to be like Sugar Ray Leonard and all them. So I trained myself that way before I even started boxing. So when I started, I had one trainer. So it's only one person that did all my training, Dan Birmingham. I ain't had no other trainer. One trainer.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard. Like for me, it was very hard to go from my father to somebody else because my dad had this amateur because that's all he'd ever done.
Mm-hmm.
So when you transition to professional, you look at the lights more than I am. My goddamn. You know, so I had to make a switch. You know, I go back and forth, but like, but Mr. Birmingham, he probably had fighters forever, right?
No. I was his first fighter. I was his first. Look, my gym. You gotta think about it. I from St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm the only one. I started it here, so it started with me. From amateur, we ain't had no amateurs that was doing what I did. We had one little kid, his name David Santos. He would get to the national, but he always lose early. So, you know, my first year to the national, I got to the quarterfinals. And then my next year I got to the semifinals. And, you know, and I was like, man, it's just crazy how they, you know, it's so favoritism. You know what I'm saying? Back then it was Pat Nappy and all them. So it was like, you know, I won the Goodwill game. I won the Goodwill, not the Goodwill game, the Olympic Festival. That's so when you win the Olympic Festival, you supposed to be put in to go to the box office for the Goodwill game. I beat little Stevie Foster. I beat little Hector Colon, I think that was. So I beat both of them. Stevie was number 1. Hector was number 3. I was number 5. I beat both of them. So I listen. I'm number 1. No, so it's time to go to the box office. So they telling everybody, I was like, okay, so I'm getting ready to go to the box office. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you ain't been boxing that long. I only was boxing for about a year and a half. I'm like, it don't matter if I beat these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I earned the right to go to the box office. Well, you know, we're gonna send somebody else, and somebody they sent somebody else, man.
What was that?
139 at 139.
39 would have been Teron Millette.
I fought little Teron Millette and I fought. So my first year boxing, I fought him in the semifinals in the Golden Gloves. The Golden Gloves. He's tough, little short, little strong dude, huh?
Yeah. And what was that in Florida?
We fought in I want to say Tennessee or something. The Golden Glove National was in Knoxville, Tennessee, or some shit like that.
What year?
Huh?
What year? What year was that one?
This had to be 89 because I started boxing in 88. So that first year I was 89 Golden Gloves.
Yes, I was in that one too. I think that was in wasn't that in 89? You know,
it was in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was in Knoxville.
Yeah. I went to 90. I didn't go to 89.
Listen. I seen you. My first time seeing you fight, I was in some tournament where we fought. It was something you just came in and was knocking niggas out. I was like, God damn, this nigga fight like a pro. You know what I'm saying? No, straight up. I'm telling you 100. I was like, who is this kid, man? This cat crazy, man. Man, nigga coming in just straight bomb. But you had one. What's that one cat? You and him just kept fighting each other back to back. He'll win, you'll win. It was was it a white boy? Then you have like a rivalry. What's his name?
Yeah, it was. I had Terry McGrew.
Yeah, you had Terry McGrew, but
I beat him 5 times.
Montel too.
No. It was a white boy you fought. I think that was real tough. That he was giving y'all. You and him was going at it. What's the white boy's name?
That's a good
question. I remember Terry Groom.
But we're all the same. I mean, we fight. When we made the UST, we fought the same people over and over and over and over. You would know how the tournament is going to come out.
We interviewed Chris Bird and Montel, and they both said the same shit. Like Jeremy was a monster as an amateur.
He was a beast in the amateur. I tell you, I said, boy, this nigga here, boy, he gonna hurt somebody. I'm talking about this nigga, he's punching hard. I'm like, this nigga must have been lifting bricks as a little kid, because this dude had hammers for his head. Boy, I tell her, I mean, I used to go back to DC because I was down in Florida at that time. But when I go home to DC, I was like, dog, it's a cat, man, that's knocking everybody out, man. I said, y'all gonna hear about this dude. You know what I'm saying? And you was a beast, dog. I give you that.
Oh my bad. Me and Jeremy met at Kevin Rooney's camp, and I would see him make dudes quit, like just in the middle of sparring, just walk out the ring and be like, one dude, I don't know if you remember this, Jeremy. He goes, "Yo, the bell rang," and everybody's like, "No, it didn't." He's like, "Yes, it did," and he got out the ring. Like a minute. Do you remember that?
I don't.
He goes, "The bell rung." Like, no, it didn't. Yeah.
You definitely was a beast in the amateurs, man. It was a lot of good cats. You know what I'm saying? In the amateurs,
we had a great team, man. We had a great team. The team we was on, stars, man. Stars, man.
Oscar. I remember when we was in Colorado when that was that year when Julio Cesar Chavez knocked out Mildred Telly. We was in there watching the fight.
We was at
the Olympic Center watching the fight. And Oscar, everybody was teasing Oscar because he was going for Chavez, and Mildred was digging in him last round. And when he caught him, man, Oscar went crazy, man.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a good one, man. So what are you doing now in Florida? What do you do for a living?
I've just been chilling for a long while, man. But I just started a construction company, man, and like 4 more of my partners. So you know what I'm saying, we got an urban construction company, construction and engineering firm. So you know what I'm saying, yeah. So we want to do build road, bridges, sea walls.
That's good.
We do houses and stuff like that, apartment complexes, but that's mainly what we want. We want the roads and bridges because that's where the money at the municipalities.
Okay.
How'd you get the name Winky come about?
What?
How did the name Winky? How'd you get that nickname?
Oh man, my grandma gave me that name when I was a little kid, man. When I was a little baby, I had an uncle. His name was Winnie. He got killed when he was 21, and he was 2 months older than me. But see, I grew up with my grandparents, so I lived with them. So he was like my brother. So, he was 2 months older than me, and we was everywhere together. You know what I'm saying? And his name was Weenie, and my name was Winky. So it was Weenie and Winky. Wherever you saw one, you saw the other one.
So do your friends call you Ronald, or do they call you Winky?
Oh no, nobody call me Ronald. Somebody call me Ronald, I look at them like they're crazy, like man. But yeah, just Winky. Even through school, I went through all my elementary school, middle school, high school. They call me Winky. The teachers and everybody. It was crazy. Ain't that crazy? The teachers call me Winky. Everybody call me Winky.
Yeah, my teachers used to call me son of a bitch. I don't know why.
Crazy.
I don't know, man. That's good. So you're doing a little bit of construction now. Have you built something yet?
Yeah, we built. I built a few houses, but like I said, I want to get to. We haven't done any of the roads and bridges yet. So my partners, they done some, but they had their own company. But we came together to make a firm so it's stronger. You know what I'm saying? So now we can get these big construction companies to come in because we got the engineering part of it too, and that's what we're trying to do.
What's the name of your company?
Capital Construction.
Capital Construction firm. You say that so that people will know Capital Construction. They need something built.
They need something built. You in Florida, you need something built. Central Florida, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, Bradenton, in that area. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Capital Construction firm. We do it all.
We'll do it.
Well, because my son just moved to Jacksonville.
Jayville, yeah, he way up. He all by Georgia, so he at the top of Florida. Yeah, he at the top of Florida. I'm in the middle.
Far? You're like down the middle.
Yeah, that's 4 hours away, man. I'm in the middle. He 4 hours away, and Miami 4 hours away. So I'm right in the middle.
You're in the middle, huh? Wow.
Yeah, in the middle, but yeah.
Out of all the guys you fought, who would you say hit the hardest? Who had the most pop behind that just stood out?
A lot of people ask me that question, but I think it's more the people that I didn't expect to have power. Like some people you would never see, like somebody I may fought overseas, and one cat, I remember one cat I was fighting overseas. He hit me with a body shot. Didn't know he hurt me, but I was dancing and moving, and he just threw a straight right and hit me like perfect. Boom.
Hmm.
So but I just kept moving. I'm kept moving. But in my mind, I'm saying, God damn, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? But I don't let him know. I got to keep faking. I got to fake it till I make it. So I'm moving, dancing around. Bell rung. I went to the corner, told my coach. I said, man, he hit me in my motherfucking stomach. So then my coach like, see, I told you, don't play. I went out there next round and knocked his head off. I was like, yeah, let me stop playing, man, for this dude, because he hit me with a motherfucking stomach. But I said, God, that was the hardest I ever got hit in my stomach.
So none of those guys actually stood out in particular.
Nah, because I pretty much blocked everything. You know what I'm saying? You catch me with it. You might catch me with a like my last fight. What's his name? What's the chocolate kid? He threw a hook, but it just caught me. It didn't hurt or nothing. It just caught me backing up. And when I went down, I was looking at him when I'm going on. I can't believe that I let this nigga hit me in my motherfucking jaw. So I got up. It was like good shot, But nobody never hooked me, hit me, and rocked me. I'm gonna say? Let me say this. Julio Cesar Vasquez, he hit me. He was hitting me. So that right, I can't say that. So he was like coming behind the head and hold me, hitting. But then one time he like hit me behind the head, and that shit like dazed me. Then I went down like shit. Let me go down because I don't know what the fuck come. But I cleared my head from that.
That dude had
so if you were
thick jaw,
if you were so what you about? What do you mean you about the same age? What if you're back down to 30 years old and you're boxing right now today? Who would you fight?
Who would you want to fight?
Yeah, who's you
that's fighting? Who would I want to fight? And that's fighting right now.
Who's in the mix right now? Yeah, but you're 30.
Well,
you're
shit,
30.
Me myself, I want to fight everybody. That's what I want to do. I wanted to beat everybody. So I didn't pick and choose. I wanted everybody. Listen, when I became champion, whoever wanted it can have it. Just ask for it. And that's the same way.
This now is like now you're 30 again, and the guys who are fighting right now.
Yeah.
At my weight class.
Yeah, like hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically, I would have to fight. I would have to go for the Chalo brother because he I think at 154 he the man. You know what I'm saying? And I like them kids. I like both of them. Both of them strong. Both of them got heart. Both of them, they got that determination to win. You know what I'm saying? And I like both of them kids, man. People talk about how they act and how they talk and be wild. That's just probably their persona or how they want people to perceive them. But I still think that they tough fighters and they win. Both of them winning. You know what I'm
saying? What was your most gratifying win, like, of all? Do you have one?
The first Shane Mosely fight, yeah, because you gotta think of it like this: if I don't beat Shane Mosely, nobody speak about Winky Wright. Because at that time when I fought Shane Mosely, Shane just beat Oscar twice.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying. Now he want to be undisputed, and he got to come to me because I got that other belt. Mm-hmm. And everybody told him don't fight me, but that's what I always take my hat off to Shane. People say what they want about Shane. Shane fought everybody. Shane ducked no one. Mm-hmm. And that's what he got the heart of a champion, and he came to fight me, and I appreciate it. And he gave me a chance to become a name in the sport.
Yeah, man. After what you did to him and Trinidad, you were definitely, people knew who you were.
And then I was ducked. It was just like I couldn't get no more big fights, and it was just like after a while, boxing got boring to me. Once you lose that interest in it, that drive, and it was just like I'm just doing it for the paycheck. So it was like, man, let me get out of here, and I don't want to get hurt, so I had to get up out of there.
Speaking of that,
completely understand.
What was you had like 3 years off, right, from 2009 to 2012 when you fought Quillen.
Yeah.
What made you come back to fight Quillen, or did you decide to retire? What was that about?
I was going pretty much retire before Quillen, but it was just like, I want to get one more fight, you know what I'm saying? See, if I can do it again. And the Quillen thing wasn't the problem. The problem was I had to lose so much weight, and I was dead, man. I was flat. And, I felt he wasn't hurting me. I was picking the shots off. He was just throwing more shots, but my shots wasn't coming off snapping. So I was like, man. And then I knew it right from the get-go. When I was in the dressing room training, I'm trying to warm up, I was like, man, my shots ain't snapping. My coach like, yo, snap. So I was like, man, listen, but I'm just not a quitter, because I could have in the dressing room before we went out. I was like, man, this is my last fight. I told her, I said, this is it, dog. I said, it's over after this, win or lose, because they was offering me Canelo. They was like, you beat, because Canelo was just coming up. He's like, you beat him, we'll give you Canelo. Let's try to make that. Man, shit. In my mind, I was saying, nigga, I get through this fight, it's over.
Yeah. There's always that time in your life when you go, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. And that's why I see these fighters that keep going, that I'll be like, man, come on, man. I don't want you to get hurt. It's a life after boxing. You know what I'm saying? You got kids, you got family. You get out here and get brain damage, or, anything can happen to you. You get killed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, listen, man, I love living. I love life too much to get hurt in the boxing ring. I love to travel. I love Vegas. I love to gamble. I love to golf. It's too many things I like to do.
How was your golf game?
Well, it was good right now,
it
man.
Was good.
I'm playing like a piece of shit right now, man. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with me, man? Listen, I was all right, man. I used to play everybody, man, but now I don't know, somebody done put some jinx on me, some roots on me or something, man. My game is terrible, man.
Oh man, I got homies that I was trying to golf. I'm like, man, I can hit the ball far as hell, but I can't put it like
where you wanted to go. Yeah.
I hit
that's
that
part
ball.
of the game.
I hit it all the way over there.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing, man.
Did you watch that the Tyson Roy Jones fight?
Yeah, I watched.
What'd you think?
I'm saying, listen, I enjoy letting them legends come back and make money like they made. You know what I'm saying? And nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Listen, people got to realize Mike Tyson, man. You got somebody that's gonna go down in history as being one of the fiercest, greatest pound for pound punching machines in the world. And then you got Roy Jones, a talent unseen before he came.
Mm-hmm.
People may talk about Roy now because he got knocked out a few times, but he got knocked out because he fought beyond when he should have fought. He should have stopped. If Roy would have stopped when he should have stopped, then you be saying nothing. But Roy was one of the greatest fighters ever, because Roy had the talent that Roy had was ridiculous, man. The natural born skills, speed. He was a bad man, man. And
I agree with you.
I'm still is, but not just as bad. You know what I mean? Not
who?
Roy Jones is always gonna be Roy Jones, but he's just
Nah.
that did him no justice that night.
Yeah,
that did him no justice.
I agree.
You know what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
with Winky. I think him losing all those times erased the shit that, like what you said, he was just shit that nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah, but people got to realize you can't erase it. You just got to take both of them. Like they said, you got to take the good with the bad, because the good was when he gave us fights that when Roy Jones fought, people was amazed. People watching the TV because you're going to see what he's going to do. He's going to put his hand down. He's going to jump up and hit. Man, Roy was just a talent, man. So, I don't take nothing away from him for the way his career ended. I can't take away what he achieved. He was always a great fighter. But, I do think that he went too long, and, he put some marks on his career, but he's still a great fighter, man. And like I said, to see these two fighters get in the ring against each other, and and at that time when nobody couldn't go outside, it was just great, man. It was a great thing.
Did you ever spar Roy?
No, I never sparred Roy. Roy in Pensacola. That's even further than Jacksonville. Pensacola, like in the Panhandle, in the corner of Florida. So it'd be like 8 hours getting to Roy Jones.
Is that a little cow town?
Yeah, that's a little cow town. Yeah, that's a little. I spar with Tarver though. Me and Tarver.
Oh.
He attained. So me and Tarver used to spar a lot. You know what I'm saying? That was my dog. Now that's my dog. So when they fought, Roy was my promoter and Tarver my homeboy. So it was just like, I'm like, man, best man win. Best man win. I can't pick. You know.
Hey, did you
Wait,
you hear that Chris Bird is trying to fight again?
Nah, he ain't.
Yes,
he looked good though. I saw Chris. I was in Vegas when Chris. Matter of fact, we get it. I got put in the Vegas Hall of Fame that he got the next year, and he looked real good, man. He lost a lot of weight. He told me he's gonna be like middleweight, I think, right? Yeah. He said he's gonna fight middleweight or 60. Yeah, man. Chris
he's
Chris
60 right now.
Chris was a bad boy, man. Chris
We had him.
was slick, slick and move back. But listen, man, Father Time is undefeated. So, all the skill and talent you got, that the motions, Father Time slow the motions down, and eventually you will get caught. And it is what it is.
We had him on the podcast, and he is absolutely fighting again, and not like in a Legends League. He's going at it like for real.
Yeah, Chris a bad boy, but like I said, man, Father Time is undefeated, and you just don't want to be in there with one of these young hungry cats, and your mind there, but your body won't react. That was me. My mind was there. I see everything I want to do, but my time and my reaction wasn't there. That 10th of a second off, it make you a whole different fight.
Get you hurt. 10th of a second, get you hurt.
Yep.
Would you ever do the Legends League now?
If they show me what your boy said, show me the money. But no, I really don't. I really don't want to. But if, I can't listen. They make me off. I can't refuse. Shit, I'm there. It's only one fight I really want. Let me just put that out there. It's one fighter that I will come back.
Tell us.
And that's the only one that ran from me and never fought me, Oscar De La Hoya.
Ooh.
And right now I know he out there training. I'm not training. I'm a fat boy. I ain't a fat boy, but I'm heavy. I weigh about 210. I ain't doing no training. Yeah,
210 pounds.
I weigh. A little bit more whoop here. It ain't bad. I ain't fat, but you know what I'm saying? It's like in my legs and shit. Yeah, I weigh 210, so I need to start working out.
If you had to do a cut, what could you hit?
If I had to do what?
If you had to do a cut, how far how low could you go?
Shit, it depends how much money you got. Hey, my people ask me all the time. They say, "Man, you should lose weight all the time, man. It should be easy for you." I said, "Listen, they was paying me a lot of money to lose that weight. That made it easier. Shit, I know I'm getting a few $1,000,000 for this shit. I'm gonna lose the weight. I never miss weight. I wasn't one of them fighters that coming overweight. I ain't never missed a weight. 154, I was 154. 160, I was 160. So,
Did you ever like approach Oscar back in the day and ask for a fight?
Did I do what?
Did you ever ask?
Hell yeah.
Like face to face?
Face to face. Come on. Before he fought the little Pacquiao. Yeah, before he fought Pacquiao. Listen, I told him, man, I said, I'm undisputed, dog. What did you fighting Pacquiao for? I said, man, you can do this, man. It'll be a big fight. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, I think about it. And then, later he just was like, man, look, man, I just, you just got that style that I just don't like and I don't think I could beat. You know what I'm saying?
He said
I gotta respect him. He just,
yeah.
He said
you gotta remember, we've known Oscar since like 15 years old.
Amateur,
we all know each other. We've seen each other on the bad days, good days, in different countries, and so like somebody on our team. When I'm talking to the 92 US team, we all know each other.
I turned pro. Yeah, I turned pro in 90. I started in 88. I turned pro 90. So by the time y'all was going to the Olympics, y'all came down here in Tampa, in Florida to fight. I already had like 9 pro fights or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When y'all 92, I think I had some shit like that.
How many US tournaments did you win?
I only went to the gold. I won like the little before I turned open. When I turned open, I went to the Golden Gloves. I went to the ABF, the ABF one, and then I went to the ABF again. Did I go 2? I think I went to the 2. Yeah, 8. I think I went 88 and no, I went 89 and 90. That's when I turned pro because only one I won was the Olympic Festival, the gold medal in the Olympic Festival, and then I turned pro. So I went to like 3 and 4. The 4th one would have been the Olympic Festival. But I went overseas and fought a few times. I beat a few countries, and it was fun. But like I said, y'all was getting paid and all that kind of shit. I was like, man, listen, I'm trying to get paid. Motherfuckers want to give me no check. So I said, fuck that, I'm out of here, man.
What was they paying? Operation Gold. I think I was probably getting couple $100, man. Shit, I don't.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Operation Gold. I wouldn't get none of that. I was like, man, listen, Oscar and them was getting paid and all this. Remember, talking about they getting $1,200 and this, and I'm like, shit, where my money? Give me some.
I said, "Them checks were going to my parents. We had bills to pay." Shit.
What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think about. I'll probably get like $100, $200 off that shit.
Oh yeah. See, they was giving
Man.
Oscar and them all that money. Man, they built. See, they built that boy. They built him. He was a hell of a talent. Don't get me wrong, but they built him. You know what I'm
Oscar.
saying?
Yeah, well, shit, he was the Mexican.
He was the
Mexican.
golden boy. The golden boy. That was him. He was the Mexican that could speak English, and they liked him. He was good looking. They was, he was doing all that. They was just, yeah, Oscar De
And
La
he could
Hoya.
fight. And he could
And he can
fight.
fight. Look, I take nothing away from him. Like I tell people today, I say, man, listen, I don't say I want to fight Oscar because I think that he was a bum or something. I wanted to fight him because I wanted to fight the best. I knew he could fight. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be. Listen, if you really look at it, I fought everybody in my era that was good,
Mm-hmm.
that wanted to fight me. I
Mm-hmm.
fought Felix. I fought Shane. I fought Corte. I fought Hopkins. I fought Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And who else? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's walking down a dark alley all by yourself. God damn.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, listen, let's do it. Cause I knew the day was gonna come. Listen, I ain't get my big fights until I was like 35, 34, 35. So a lot of my prime, I wasn't getting them big fights. So when I was younger, quicker, stronger, you know, but I knew I had to do what I had to do, and like I said, it paid off for me, man. God knew what He was doing. He took some things away from me by losing that fight to Harry Simon was a blessing in the sky because I already wanted to leave Europe. I was tired of fighting over Europe. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to come back to the United States because I was going to the fights in Vegas and only people was knowing me was boxing fans. The regular fans didn't know me. And, some of the fighters knew who I was. They knew my name. Everybody knew my name because they would look in the ring book and they see number one, Winky Wright. Winky Wright, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? They're like, who is this guy? But I'm right there. But nobody really knew my face. So, I had to get with my man, Jay Prince. And Jay became my manager. He hooked me up with Roy Jones, and from there it was a wrap, man. That's when I started getting on HBO, and I started getting more publicity, and then they couldn't stop me.
I mean, you you you
Oh,
you ended up going to Europe, right? Before that, because
Yeah,
nobody wanted to fight you here,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So this what it was. No, when I went to Europe, I was like 12-0. But I wasn't known then, but I had to go. So we went to Europe because we couldn't get no good fights over there, as coming up because like the promoters would hold their good fighters because they wanted to promote their good fight. They wanted them to lose, so they weren't gonna put them in the ring with me. So I had to go overseas. I started beating up everybody overseas. And then I started making money and started getting my name. That put me through the rankings. That would put me up in the top 10. First I hit top 20, top 10, then number one across the board. So now I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna get paid soon. So that's how that worked. You know what I mean?
Mm.
so were you living overseas or you just fighting?
No, no, I was just going over there for a week. I would train home and I go over there for a week. But then when I fought for that title, I stayed over there for a month. That was the worst shit I ever did. I should have just did what I've been doing. That's what they say. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
So what part of Europe were you fighting in?
All over.
England?
I was based in France. So we was based in my promoters were European. Well, they were French promoters, the Curtis brothers. And now they was cool. They was two cool ass French guys, right? They was cool. So we would hang out, we go to Vegas and all that kind of shit. But it was just that I'm not European, man. I'm trying to get back.
Florida boy. I'm
You
sorry,
That's
DC
right.
brother.
DC, man. I was, but I love Florida, man, because they definitely represent it. You know what I'm saying? St. Pete, they came out to the fight. When we come to Vegas, when I was used to fight in Vegas, man, Florida was in the house. That's
mm,
one
They,
thing they represented, boy. You know what I mean? Especially when I fought Tito. All the Puerto Ricans was everywhere, but then I got all the black folks, all the black folks with me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And they all look the fucking same, right?
Yeah, yeah. We had a
Except
good
one speaks
time, man.
Spanish, one don't.
Yep.
and
I
Tito
get it.
Tito didn't seem like he hurt you at all. Like, it seemed like his punches didn't have that much pop on it, or you.
Like I told you at that time. So when you fighting these mega fights, so you got to get up for these fights. So now you so getting up, everything straight. So I'm training extra hard. Like I said, my arms was like man, still. So when he was punching my arms wasn't even moving. He was just like hitting my arms. My arms that stiff. They were just. So I was like, man. First round, I'm gonna tell you this. First round we came out. So I hit it with the jab, hit him with jab. So I could keep hitting it with jab. So I'm just like, damn, this nigga trying to set me up. So first round went by, so we went to the corner. My trainer he like, so what you think? I said, I don't know. I said, maybe he trying to play possum or something. You're gonna try something next round. So he said, all right, just be careful. You just keep using the jab for a minute, and then you can see what he's doing. So I was using the jab, but I was standing close enough to him where he can punch, and I could just lean back. So if you really watch that fight, you can see how he was throwing punches. I just lean back, he'd miss me, or I just catch him on the arm. And then I did that second round. I went back to the corner. I told I said, oh, it's over. I said, it's over. I said, we got this. He's like, man, he can't be star. I said, look, man. I said, I don't know what it is. He just can't get off, or he just ain't letting his hands go.
Would you
but
see?
He just.
Would you see in some of these guys' eyes that when they would start hitting you, when you would literally absorb it and nothing would happen? Would you see their confidence just drain?
Oh yeah. Especially a power punch. I always liked to fight power punches because I knew that once I take their power away from them, it's gonna now it's gonna be a different thing. So I hate to fight tall fighters. Yeah.
You say you like tall fighters?
I hate fight tall fighters. I love fighting power punches because I can block their shots. It was they putting everything into it. I can see that shit coming. You ain't give me hit me with that shit. You loading up.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Why is the tall fighter like Paul Williams?
Tall, The Paul, I could fight tall, but he was tall with long ass arms, and they ain't fought in like a year, maybe a year and a half. So I was all fighting this long range. Like, God damn, the dude don't punch it. I'm like, how the hell he way over there hit me with this shit? I'm like, man. So I was like, it was cool, but he couldn't hurt me. He just couldn't hurt me. It was just being hit pity pat. You ever had somebody just pity pat you? That's what it was. It was like
irritating shit, right?
But he wouldn't stop.
He wouldn't stop. He just he threw 1,000. Yeah, he was throwing like a million punches. So I'm saying to myself, he can't hurt me, but he's just throwing a lot of punches. So I'm just like, man, this just ain't. I just got a bad night.
Paul Williams, this is the guy. He
paralyzed.
Got hurt in Europe.
He rode a motorcycle and had an accident and got paralyzed.
He's paralyzed. Yeah.
Remember what's the name knocked him out? What's the name that knocked him out?
Argentina.
Martinez.
Martinez. Yeah.
Yeah, Martinez knocked him out. Hit him with
overhand.
That guy
hit him with an overhand. He was nice.
Him would have been a good fight.
Yeah. We would have been a good fight. I would have liked that. I think Martinez, because he was a slick boxer, and he threw a lot of good punches. He moved, and I was like, Martinez was a good. So after I stopped, I was like, I like this kid. He real nice.
He's a southpaw too, Martinez, right?
Was he? I thought, he was. He threw an overhand left and caught him.
Did you have more trouble with southpaws, or was it easy?
No. It was easy. I like fighting southpaws. I was like, that's. Now we both gotta see who got the best jab, because I always thought I had the best jab, period. So I was like, I ain't worried about the jab. So I just wanted to fake you with the jab and come over top of the left. So especially if I'm fighting the southpaw, so when they jab, I come right over top of that jab. But
I was about to ask you if you're a southpaw in real life, and I see you drinking with your left. So you're not. Oh.
I'm right-handed. I do it. I just fought southpaw because my jab hand, my strong hand. So I always jab and go to the body. I used to dig to the body with this right hand. So I'm putting this out front. I'm gonna dig. Like a lot of people might say, yeah, he ain't had power. I'm like, I can punch, but the point was I wasn't going for the knockout. But my thing was I wanted to beat you up. So now you don't think about fighting me no more. Everybody, you might not get knocked out, but you're gonna get beat up. It's gonna be 12 rounds. You're gonna be like, man, I ain't fighting nothing.
I would rather as a fighter get knocked out than get beat up.
Say it again. That's what I
really.
I say, boy.
Why? Why?
Because
getting beat up hurts.
Open, and it break you down mentally. You know what I'm saying? You get knocked out, you get caught with one shot. It's like, oh man, he beat me, but he caught me with one shot. But if I'm consistently pounding on you. Man, hitting you with a jab every time you move, busting your nose up. I used to try to break people's nose with my jab. I dropped a few people with my jab. When I hit you with that jab was like a right hand. Boom, boom. And it was like, man, shit.
Wow. Because I feel like most fighters who've been knocked out, like Roy, for example, I feel like they get affected long-term more so than if they just get beat up. But maybe not.
No. You better get...
Go ahead. If you get clipped in a fight, done. So you get beat up, you got to go sit down every 3 minutes, get back up. That is the hardest shit in the world to do, because the dude, he don't got enough power to knock you out, but he's got the skill enough to touch you up. Man,
touch you up. Yes, sir. Yes, he
hold all night.
He said
That's
some real shit then.
that's crazy. Yeah, no,
Hey,
I never thought of it that way. That makes
you
sense.
think about you just hey, hey, man, I tell you, just put me to sleep. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I take it.
Um,
Yeah.
Getting beat up sucks. That
I don't
sucks.
I don't remember if I asked you this, but what was your most disappointing fight?
uh, like I said, it had to be Jermaine Teller,
Why?
just because of the stakes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was undisputed junior middleweight. He was undisputed middleweight. So
Mm,
it is a battle of the undisputed middleweight champions. You know
mm,
what I'm saying? That was a great fight. You know, everybody they don't want to give me no shot at it because he just beat Bernard and he this and that. So I'm like, man, I always like to fight people that they thought I couldn't beat. That was the best ones to fight. You know what I'm saying? The people they thought you was scared. I'm like, why am I scared? He got two hands just like me. I ain't scared of nobody. We get in this ring, he gonna win or I'm gonna win, and that's all that's gonna happen.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
he was
Yeah,
he was interesting because he kind of had a very amateur style, right? But he still made it work.
yeah, he was strong. He had a strong right hand. He did have a strong right hand. You know what I'm saying? The rest of it wasn't strong, and I realized once I got inside that right hand, I could punish him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I started doing, getting inside his right hand and then working him to the body, digging it. I
Yeah,
was digging his body. I was like, oh yeah, I like this.
yeah,
So just stay close.
because he needed that distance to
Yeah, he need a
put
distance
you
to
on
let
that
that right
hand of
hand
power.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah. You feel like would you talk to yourself through the fight?
If I needed to, you know me, I'm having, that's the one thing why I love this so much. I enjoyed every round. I enjoyed when I was losing. I enjoyed when I win. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like only fight I didn't enjoy was my last fight because I knew it was over. I was just like this shit. I'm gonna have fun and relax. You know what I'm saying? I just can't get off. I ain't firing. My shots ain't firing off. But other than that, all of them fight, I enjoyed it. It was just like even Paul Williams fight. It was funny to me because he was just so long. I was like, this dude. If I wanted to laugh just like that, but I couldn't because people were like, "What's wrong with him?" He going crazy. But it was just in my mind, like this dude is an octopus, man,
Yeah, I
for
gotta
real.
man. I hate fighting tall fighters.
Yeah. That was so, it was some crazy shit, man.
What what weight like so you fought at a bunch of different weight classes and I guess you had your most success at what 54, right?
Yeah, I would have stayed 54. I love 54. 54, I didn't once I became undisputed, or once I got the belt again, once I got the IBF belt, I didn't lose. I didn't lose again. I was undefeated, just beating everybody. So I would have stayed 54. It wasn't no challenge there no more. So, you know, if it don't get you up, it's like, why do it? So
Yeah.
I had to move up.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah.
sense, man. Makes sense. Well, hey, man, this has been we didn't take an hour of your time. We appreciate it. Um,
Anytime, my
thank you
man.
for letting us in the interview. I haven't seen you in years, man. Number, man. I love you, brother. I'll be your brother for life,
Good
man.
talking to you, man.
All always, man. And like I said, man, I always admire you as a monster as an amateur man. I say, but I tell you, Jeremy Williams was a beast, boy. But you know what I'm saying, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. And
Yeah.
it was good seeing y'all, man. And
We'll do it again.
enjoy life and stay safe.
All right, man. Take care.
Y'all
Take your
take care.
life, bro.
Bet.